out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yep, that was a bit much, huh? Well, now that I got you guys all nice and sad, let's jump right into the video. Today's video is going to be on my discontinued / vintage formulation fragrances. Now before I start, please go check out Amy Ever After. Her channel links in the description. She did this idea first. That's where I got the inspiration from. So check out her channel after this video. The link is in the description. Moving forward, I do have a lot of these fragrances, so I'm not going to explain all of them to you guys. I'm just going to pick them up and just tell you guys what I have that are already gone, and maybe a little bits and pieces of how I feel about it. So the first one, very obviously the first one you saw in the video, was Midnight in Paris EDP. Oh my god, this fragrance is just so good. It's so good. Oh shit. The sprayer just kind of bounced off. But yeah, this is a really good fragrance. I hate that it's gone. The bottle's beautiful. I love it so much. I own the EDT and the EDP, both. The EDTs with my girlfriend in Alaska, but lovely scent. Next we have Invictus Aqua 2016. This is the better version than 2018 in my personal opinion. It's far like brighter, far more fresh. The sweetness is just right. It's not cloying. It's just the perfect scent. You know, the better version than 2018. Ultra Zest. This one is, I think it's discontinued because I don't see it on their website anymore. You can still find it at discounters sometime, but it is a really tough scent to find, and it's getting tougher and tougher throughout the month. So if you love this one, go ahead and grab it whenever you can, because I don't think it's coming back. Ooh, next one, Vintage Givenchy Pi. The new one does not smell the same anymore. It does smell similar, doesn't have the richness anymore. The longevity is really poor on that one too. This one's the original, the best. I'm glad I have a bottle of it. And it's almost gone, but you know, I'm not gonna be wearing too much of it, so I'm not too afraid. But yeah, this fragrance once was a masterpiece in its time, and I think it still is today if it wasn't reformulated. This one is discontinued, but you can still find a scent that is exactly the same. This one is Popeye. Now you can get Superman and whatever, you know, old fresh bottles out right now. It smells just the same as this one, but the collectible edition of Popeye is now discontinued. But you know, scent wise, you can get it. There's no problem. I just love Popeye because I grew up watching the Popeye cartoon. I think most of us did. So yeah, I have a special connection with this cartoon and I love it. And it's sad to see that the design is already gone. 2 more designers to go. We're gonna get into the niche. The next designer is Gucci Prome 2. Now this one is available in a lot of Sephora's, but it's not available on the Gucci website anymore. I don't know what's the status of this. I'm just gonna say it's discontinued because Gucci's not, you know, listing them anymore. So yeah, it's a great fragrance. One of the most unique designer level fragrances. It smells like dry spices and tea. It smells really good, super relaxing. I really enjoy this one. So, you know, try it out if you can. Last one, we have the vintage Nuit de L'Homme. This is the 2009 vintage batch La Nuit. It's a lot stronger, a lot more rich in the cardamom. Oh my god. God, it's just so gorgeous. I own a lot of batches. This one is definitely my favorite. Too bad you really can't get this stuff anymore. It works magic. The new formulation works just as fine too if you're in like a closed environment, so no problem there. But my love is still with the 2009 version. Is still simply the best, and it's sad to see that it got reformulated so heavily. Moving on to a niche, this one got recently discontinued. This one is Bourbon Vanilla by Amerigado Zegna. Now I talked about this fragrance a year ago, and now it's completely sold out, and it doesn't look like they're making more. This is an amazing fragrance, and if any of you guys who watch my channel believed in me and went and bought yourself Bourbon Vanilla, you can pat yourself in the back right now because you now own a really amazing gem that no other brand had ever thought about before. Like, the DNA of this is so unique, and it's probably one of my most favorite vanilla fragrance alive right now. So if you can find a bottle of this, you can find a sample of this, do it. It's amazing. Just trust me on this one. Next we have the House of Zoologist. They discontinued 2 formulations of their fragrances. The first one being Beaver, the original Beaver. I really like this one. I know why he reformulated it, because, you know, it's not the most wearable. It's a little bit too animalic to wear, but I still like the original. I think it's the more artsy one if you compare the new and the old, so this one's great. Now the second one is the original Panda, and I'm gutted by this because this is so wonderful. Like the most realistic bamboo forest I've ever smelled. It smells super gorgeous. I'm sad that it got reformulated, and the reformulation is great. It's more designer, it's more wearable, but it lost the major art piece. You know, it's no longer a complete art piece to me in comparison to the original. I love the original Panda so much. I'm really glad that I still own a bottle of it. Next we have a brand of Creed. Now I'm not sure either if these are discontinued. I just can't find it on their website anymore, so I'm assuming they are. The first one is Acier Aluminium. Nice, spicy, old school, gentlemanly fragrance. This is a bomb in the fall time. The reason I haven't been talking about it is because I thought it was discontinued, or you know, I think it's discontinued, and I just don't want to talk about discontinued fragrances on my top 10 fall list or whatever. But this is amazing. One of my favorite Creeds of all time. I wore it more when I was in Alaska, but this fall I'm really looking forward to giving this a few more wearings. The next Creed is Zest Mandarin Pamplemousse. This is a really nice citrus fragrance. So good. Piercing, powdery, creamy. It's just gorgeous. It's just one of the most gorgeous citrus scent ever. I love this thing. It's to die for. If you love citrus fragrances and you haven't tried it yet, I'd really urge you to try it. It's just amazing, if you can still find it, that is. Lastly, we have the brand of Christian Dior, their Privée line. I have 4 of the discontinued fragrances. First one, let's talk about the newly discontinued one, Gris Montaigne. I think it's now called Gris Dior, but I heard that it's a lot weaker. I've tried it too. I think I do remember that it is a lot weaker than the original Gris Montaigne, so that's sad. I heard Fève Delicieuse the same way, but since I haven't smelled the new Fève Delicieuse yet, I'm not going to put it in this list because I don't know how true that is. But with Gris Dior, I feel like it is true. I do remember it being weaker when I tried it, so sad. Gris Montaigne is one of those summer fragrances that lasts over 12 hours. It's one of the only summer fragrances that lasts all day, so I'm sad to see it got neutered down a little bit. So I'm glad I own the vintage. Next is Milly-La-Foret. You can still get Milly-La-Foret if you ask the Dior boutique, you know, if they still have some. They probably still have some back in the back stock. That's how I got mine. Is I asked the essay if they have any discontinued fragrances that they don't put out on the shelf anymore, and they happen to have Milly-La-Foret and the other 2 that I'm about to mention here. So if you ask around the essay at the Dior boutique, you probably be able to still pick up Milly-La-Foret. Next one is Eau Noire, and like Milly-La-Foret, they still might have some in the back stock if you ask the essay. So if you're interested in Eau Noire, you know, you can go ahead and ask. But this is a really amazing lavender coffee fragrance. The opening is really weird. I don't like the opening so much, but at the dry down it smells more and more like coffee, and I love it. I love the dry down. I love wearing it comes the colder season. I'm really looking forward to wearing this more this winter for sure. The coffee is just to die for. Am I sad that it's gone? Yeah, definitely. It's a really good scent. I would say borderlining masterpiece. Fragrance world, huh? Last one in this video, I have the all-star, probably the best release Dior Privée I've ever brought out, and that is Mitzah. This is such a gorgeous amber scent. Wow. It's just stunning. It's so stunning. And to my knowledge, this is the only one that I think you cannot find anywhere in the US now. And also Vetiver. I don't have Vetiver. Vetiver you cannot find anywhere else in the US anymore. Mitzah you cannot find anywhere else. So it's all gone. If you want Mitzah or Vetiver, you have to go to Europe. In France, they still have some stocks over there. Yeah, it's gone here in our continent, which is a shame because this is by far, I think, my second favorite Dior Privée. Number 1 is Fève Delicieuse, of course, but this is a gorgeous amber fragrance. It's a masterpiece. It really is a masterpiece. And if you like amber fragrance, you should really try to seek this out if you can. Get some decants, whatever, get your notes on it. You're gonna be quite impressed and quite amazed, and also sad at the same time that it's gone forever, basically. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. There's a bunch more discontinued fragrances that I myself wish I could own, but you know, I can't simply own them all. We can't simply own them all, and the best thing we can do is enjoy the ones that we have right now in our collection. So let me know in the comment section below. I'm personally really interested if you can share what you have that are already discontinued that you love so much of, you know. So leave those in the comment section. I'll read them, I'll reply to them like I always do, and I'll see you guys next time, next video. Peace and bye.